Hi guys, so today I'm going to do a video on all the reasons you should break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. This is because something's just been lurking me lately, and it's that a whole bunch of my friends have been talking to me about how, oh, I really love him, I love my boyfriend so much, he's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, and then the next day they're like, he did this wrong, he did that wrong, I swear, he's always pissing me off, he can't do anything right. But then an hour later, he kisses her, and she's like, oh, I love him so much. And it's honestly just kind of pissing me off, because, one, you shouldn't be dating him anymore. And two, you're just leading him on thinking that you still like him when it's obvious that you're just convincing yourself you like him even though you don't. So I just made a list of some things that, if you are experiencing this, it might be a sign that you two should break up. Not necessarily, but possibly. Now, I do have a list right here, but it's only because without it, I don't think I'll be able to keep myself on track, so I'm gonna get started, and here we go. Number 1, all they do is piss you off anymore. If you are constantly looking for reasons for your boyfriend or girlfriend to be wrong, if you're always looking for some way for them to have done something wrong or have said something wrong or out of the league, or if they're constantly just making you mad, if every little thing they do and say sets you off and makes you want to start a fight, and you find yourself looking to start a fight, you should not be in a relationship with them anymore, because fights aren't good. You shouldn't be fighting that much in a relationship. Arguments, of course, are good because you tend to grow, and if you're passionate about something, you shouldn't just stand back and let them walk all over it. But just fights over random little things that they say or do that aren't actually that big of a deal are a waste of time, a waste of your energy, and they shouldn't be happening often. Because then it just means you're me-centered, you're not we-centered, you're not thinking as a couple, as a whole, and you're not thinking about what's best for the two of you together anymore. And it's just not good. So that's number 1, is if they're always pissing you off. Number 2 is if you find yourself talking to your exes. If your ex, say, Facebooks you up, or texts you, or even in person says hi to you, you find yourself getting really excited. If you're excited talking to your exes and all those people who aren't even in your lives anymore, or there's just a new guy, and he's really cute, and he attracts your attention, and you're actually contemplating whether you'd like to date him or not, now, then you might want to break up with your boyfriend. That's not saying that every time you see a hot guy, or every time you see a really attractive girl, or just one of your exes hits you up, it does not mean that that means you should have to break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. We find other people attractive. It's human nature to find people attractive. But if you find yourself incredibly happy to be talking to them and just wanting something new and thinking, wow, this could be a really good relationship, or I wonder what it'd be like to date this person, or if you're comparing them to your boyfriend or girlfriend, that's even worse. If you're seeing this new person or your ex and saying, oh, they were 10 times the person I'm dating now, or this person could be so much better than the person I'm dating now, then that's not a good sign, and it's a possibility that you might want to break up with your boyfriend or girlfriend. And I'm very sorry if I'm dominating towards boyfriends. I'm a girl, so my natural instinct is to talk about girls' relationships with guys. But this video is for guys and girls, and I'm speaking in terms for both. But it's just very easy for me to get carried away with a guy situation because I'm a girl, and that's the perspective I have. Number 3 is if you're making excuses not to hang out with him. If you are looking for excuses not to see him or talk to him or be with him, or if you just never want to be alone with him anymore, that is a huge sign that you need to be single, or at least away from him or her. Because if you don't want to be spending time with the person that you love or like or whatever, it's not a good sign. You don't love them if you don't want to spend any time with them. Because when we're in a relationship with somebody and we're crazy about them, we want to spend time with them. We want to hang out with them, and we want to be with them. And if you don't find yourself feeling that way anymore, do not fool yourself. Do not tell yourself it's not a big deal and it's not weird for someone in a relationship not to want to hang out with their boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, fiance, whatever, friend with benefits, I don't know. In general, it's not normal, and it's not supposed to be happening, so if that's how you feel about your boyfriend or girlfriend, they shouldn't be your boyfriend or girlfriend. Number 5. This is a major one. It's when you don't trust him anymore. When you find reasons not to trust him or her, and you find that everything they do is suspicious, and you're thinking, there's something wrong with this can't be right, or I'm sure when they said that, they were actually meaning to say that to another guy or girl, or you're just constantly suspicious of them. You don't trust what they say, you don't believe them anymore, and you honestly don't even care to believe them. That is not a good sign, and you should not be in a relationship with that person, because without trust, you have no relationship. And that also goes back to the first one that I'd said, which is if they're always pissing you off. If you're constantly looking for reasons not to trust them or believe them, that's probably pissing you off, and that's another thing that you're doing, is looking for reasons for them to piss you off. And so they kind of go hand in hand with each other, but both of them are important, and if you're experiencing either or both, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. And you shouldn't be fooling yourself trying to convince yourself that just because they kiss you this way, or just because they have great hugs, or just because they're good looking, that you should somehow be in a relationship with them if you don't feel this way anymore. Relationships are so much more than how they look, or how they dress, or the way they kiss you, or the way they hug you. How they make you feel is the most important thing, and if you find yourself stranding towards exes, or looking for new people, or not trusting them, or just looking for reasons to start fights, you should not be in a relationship with this person because you evidently don't like them enough, or you're not in love with them. And if you were in love with them, you're probably not in love with them anymore. You might have fallen out of love, or you might have never been in love in the first place. And you really have to think about these things, because so many people try to carry on a relationship that's already dead. If you don't feel the same way anymore, do not fool yourself and don't continue being in a relationship with somebody. You should break up with them because you evidently shouldn't be in a relationship with them. So I really hope that was clean cut. I didn't want to rant on. I really don't want to rant on about these things. So I will see you guys later. I hope you had an awesome Valentine's Day, whether you're single or not. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.